Everyone's heard about Paris, Rome, and Bali. They're incredible, of course, but they're also packed with tourists. What if I told you there are countries just as beautiful, sometimes even more impressive, that almost nobody talks about? These are the world's most underrated countries to visit, and they deserve a spot on your bucket list. By the end of this video, you'll have a brand new list of travel destinations filled with hidden gems most travelers completely overlook. Welcome back to Hack the Globe, your go-to channel for smart travel tips and inspiring destinations. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a chance to discover the world in ways most tourists never do. Slovenia. Let's start in Europe with Slovenia. When people think of European vacations, they usually picture France, Italy, or Spain, but Slovenia, tucked neatly between Italy, Austria, and Croatia, looks like it was pulled straight out of a fairy tale. Lake Bled, with its tiny island church right in the middle of turquoise waters, feels like something from a storybook. The capital, Ljubljana, has colorful streets, lively cafes, and a charm that's impossible to ignore. If you're into adventure, Slovenia is also home to vast underground cave systems and the Julian Alps, perfect for hiking or skiing. It's beautiful, affordable, and most importantly, far less crowded than its more famous neighbors. Georgia. Heading east, Georgia is one of the most underrated destinations on the planet. And no, I'm not talking about the US state. I mean the country sitting at the crossroads of Europe and Asia. Tbilisi, the capital, is a fascinating blend of old and new, with ancient architecture sitting alongside quirky modern art. The city is also famous for its traditional sulfur bathhouses, a unique cultural experience you won't find anywhere else. Outside the city, the Caucasus Mountains are paradise for hikers and skiers, offering landscapes that rival the Alps without the price tag. And then there's the food. If you've never tried khachapuri, a warm bread boat filled with gooey cheese and egg, you're missing out. Georgia also claims to be the birthplace of wine, with traditions stretching back over 8,000 years. Colombia. Now let's jump across the Atlantic to South America. Colombia is a country that used to have a bad reputation, but today it's one of the most exciting and welcoming destinations on the continent. Cartagena, a coastal city painted in vibrant colors, is like stepping into a living postcard. Medellin, once considered dangerous, has transformed into a hub of innovation, culture, and nightlife. And if you love nature, Colombia will blow you away with its diversity. You can explore the Amazon rainforest, wander through endless coffee plantations, or relax on beaches that stretch along both the Caribbean and Pacific coasts. It's a country full of surprises, safe to visit, and still very affordable compared to its more popular neighbors. Albania. Back in Europe, there's Albania, a country that most travelers overlook even though it has everything you'd want from a Mediterranean destination. The Albanian Riviera is home to beaches that can easily rival those in Greece or Italy, but without the hefty price tag or tourist crowds. Tirana, the capital, is colorful, creative, and buzzing with energy. And Albania is also one of the cheapest countries in Europe, which means you can enjoy beaches, mountains, and ancient ruins while keeping your budget intact. Jordan. Moving to the Middle East, Jordan is often overshadowed by Egypt and Israel, but it deserves a spotlight of its own. Petra is, of course, the highlight, one of the new 7 wonders of the world and even more breathtaking in real life than in photos. But Jordan is much more than Petra. The desert of Wadi Rum looks like a scene from another planet, which is why Hollywood has used it as a filming location for movies like The Martian and Dune. You can also float effortlessly in the Dead Sea, explore incredibly preserved Roman ruins, and connect with the famously warm Jordanian hospitality. Namibia. If Africa is calling you, consider Namibia, a country that feels untouched by time. The Namib Desert is home to the tallest sand dunes in the world, which glow orange at sunrise and make you feel like you're standing on Mars. Etosha National Park is a fantastic place for safaris, where you can spot elephants, lions, and giraffes without battling crowds. Then there's the Skeleton Coast, a hauntingly beautiful stretch of wild shoreline dotted with shipwrecks and wildlife. Namibia feels raw, dramatic, and unlike anywhere else on Earth. Philippines. Southeast Asia is full of popular spots like Thailand and Bali, but the Philippines often gets overlooked, and that's a huge mistake. With over 7,000 islands, the country offers some of the most stunning beaches and lagoons in the world. Palawan, for example, is often voted the most beautiful island on Earth. The Philippines is also home to waterfalls hidden in jungles, towering limestone cliffs, and some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. English is widely spoken, which makes traveling easy, and prices are incredibly affordable. For pure island-hopping paradise, this is the place to go. Oman, another underrated gem in the Middle East, is Oman. While Dubai and Abu Dhabi often grab headlines, Oman offers a far more authentic Arabian experience. Muscat, the capital, is filled with ornate mosques, bustling souks, and a coastline framed by rugged mountains. Beyond the city, you can camp under the stars in the desert, explore ancient forts that tell centuries of history, or swim in natural turquoise pools known as wadis. Oman manages to feel both adventurous and safe, a combination that makes it perfect for travelers seeking something unique. Uruguay. In South America, Uruguay is a quiet treasure that often gets skipped over between Brazil and Argentina. Montevideo, the capital, sits along the coast with a mix of colonial charm and a laid-back beach vibe. Punta del Este is famous for its nightlife and seaside glamour, often called the Ibiza of South America, though it's far more relaxed. And Uruguay has another surprise up its sleeve: wine. Its vineyards produce world-class bottles that rival Argentina and Chile, but without the international fame. Safe, progressive, and refreshingly unpretentious, Uruguay is the definition of an underrated destination. Kyrgyzstan, finally, let's talk about Kyrgyzstan, a country for those who truly crave adventure. This is a land of sweeping mountains where the Tian Shan Range dominates the skyline. Hiking and horseback riding here are unforgettable, especially when you stay in a yurt with local nomadic families. Isikul Lake, one of the largest alpine lakes in the world, shines like a sapphire against the surrounding peaks. Kyrgyzstan is raw, authentic, and still mostly untouched by mass tourism, making it one of the most rewarding off-the-beaten-path experiences in the world. So there you have it, 10 of the world's most underrated countries. From the storybook beauty of Slovenia to the untamed wilderness of Namibia, these are the places where you'll find authenticity, adventure, and incredible value. The truth is, the best travel experiences often happen in destinations that don't make the front cover of glossy magazines. They're affordable, welcoming, and unforgettable. Which of these countries would you visit first? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear where your next adventure might take you. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to Hack the Globe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new travel inspiration. Thanks for watching, and remember, the world is bigger, bolder, and more beautiful than you think. Go explore it, and I'll see you in the next video.